Hey Leo, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for January 30th, 2023. This is for Leo, last shuffle here for Leo. All right, Leo, we have transformation here. We also have a milestone. So you have a completely, this is a change that you were meant to go through in the first place. Like you are inevitably going to get to this point. Like, no questions asked, right? And a lot of this is that you changed. No kidding. You may have resisted this change and finally you're more open to it. You may, resisted changing your perspective about something. Very fixed on this is how I see it and that's just it. And then going, you know what? Okay, I do see it differently. You had to go deep within and really look at your contribution to your situation in your life. Like, how am I ever going to be happy if I'm always looking at a situation a certain way? Or, the milestone too is finally listening to your intuition. Your intuition may have been telling you that you need to see things differently. You're like, screw that. I'm not looking at it any different. You are this and that happened. And no matter what, you may have been very convinced in a sense that you didn't do anything wrong in a situation. And not that you didn't, it's not that you were right. It's like, that sometimes, I mean, yes, things are very black and white, or that's what it looks like things were very black and white, and then you saw the gray and you're like, okay, I can see that. Yeah, see the same thing you learned. That's what I'm, exactly. There was some sort of heartbreak, or someone maybe walking out of your life, or you walking out of someone's life, or walking out of a situation, and you really had a chance to look at it. This is all an energy of gaining enlightenment in a situation, a very sad one, and changing into someone who's like, well, you know what? I've learned better. This is almost like a person that says, what have I learned from this? Instead of saying, woe is me. And not that woe is me is like, you're victim, uh, you're saying you're a victim or anything like that, or victim mentality. This is like, this was sad, and I have an opinion about this sadness, and you're not going to shake it because it's bad and it was bad and that's just it. I don't care what the reasons are. That's what this is kind of like saying, that you used to be like. I don't give a crap what the details and the reasons are. You know, I didn't do anything to deserve these things, and it may very well be true, and that's what this is showing as well. But they were also saying that you have to look deep within to fix yourself and see hope again in the situation. And so you have done this, or you are in this place. This is a milestone you were inevitably going to reach in the first place. The milestone with High Priestess and Three of Cups. It's almost like the secret behind Mona Lisa's smile, that you may carry within you and without you throughout the day, is this inner understanding, or this inner feeling of like, I'm glad I left this behind. I'm glad that I'm in a different place. This is seeing it from a whole new angle and saying, you know what, I could work on myself. I could work on this. I can fix things. I can have hope in my life. I can have hope that things will be better for me. Very nice, right? Decrease with the Eight of Cups and the Empress. The decreased energy tells me that you are no longer in your head imagining things, daydreaming. This is like an energy of like how bad it was. You may have daydreamed about it, or thought about it, or fantasized about what you would have done differently, or how you could have contributed to, what could I have done to have made it better at that moment. Like maybe it was something I did, kind of thing. That's decreasing within you now. You are not focused on thinking that maybe you have lost out on or walked away from something amazing, something good, realizing that all things happen for a reason, and that was for you to come into this awareness and enlightenment. You are meant to change. Like if certain things didn't happen, you would still be thinking the same way. You know what I mean? You wouldn't see the gray. You would just be black and white. This is how, on one line, that's it, and this is it, and that is it. And if you cross this, this is the consequence, and that's just it. Sometimes that fixed energy doesn't allow for spontaneity and growth, and it doesn't allow for miracles to happen in your life, because you're telling spirit, I've got this. I'm under control. I don't need your help. And they have more resources than any resource you could ever imagine. And so that's this energy here. And you have deception, death, and Ace of Cups. I tell you what, something is not over. Something you left behind, walked away from, that situation is not over. So you may have, if you're in a union, say you're in a relationship and the relationship is over in your eyes, or was over in your eyes because of how you saw the situation, you saw it. Like, they did this and that to me. It is done. I am so done with this. This is saying that that is not true. It is not over. It's going to be revisited. And that's simply because you're able to see something from a whole different angle now. You're able to see hope where you couldn't see that before. And so you realize what needs to be left behind, which would be some things like thought processes, feelings, the way that you comprehend. It's like a lot of this is about you, right? How it's like certain, I won't say standards. I would say standards with Hermit. You know what you're going to deal with from here on out, because a lot of this may be that you were a little too gracious or open to something. Not open. You may have been too giving, and you realize that you're never going to be in that place again. Like, you're going to give and receive at the same time instead of just giving and giving. And because that's disappointing, you set yourself up for failure. It's like you're crippling another energy in your space because they don't have to do anything because you're doing it all. And so this decreased energy tells me that you definitely walked away from something, and you may have been, oh, I walked away from my treasure or something good. And they're saying that that's decreasing within you because you were meant to walk away so you could be enlightened to the situation. You would have probably still been overgiving, still been underappreciated, still been in this small place and not grown as a person. So Spirit's telling you here that you have changed, you have enlightened, you have learned and grown, and you're ready for the next phase of your journey, which is very beautiful, man. I absolutely adore this. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, or Scorpio energy. You also have Capricorn, yes, Capricorn energy as well. So you could be dealing with, you could be a Leo Virgo cusp here, right? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing much else, okay? If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.